We're here with head coach Rob Jones after a loss to Lake Erie 63-62. Coach, a very physical came down to the wire. Tell me, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, really proud of our guys' effort. I thought we played really hard from start to finish. Um, I thought how we handled the mistakes throughout the game. We had 21 turnovers. Obviously, we don't want to do that. And I thought how the guys responded from those turnovers, how they responded when maybe some calls didn't go our way. I thought that was the key in how we were able to stay in the game, even when we were down a little bit in the second half, and we were able to chip away and get ourselves right back in that. Obviously, that was a winnable game down the stretch.
Hi, Coach. So, as she mentioned, Lake Erie was a physical team. How did you guys prepare for that going into the game?
Yeah, it's hard to replicate those things in practice as you're leading up to it. You do the best you can. You put six guys out there. You don't call any fouls on the defense. You do those things to try to increase the amount of pressure. But ultimately, once you start playing the game, you can't replicate it. They're really good at it. Really good at it. One of the best teams in the country at forcing turnovers. They're also one of the leading teams in the country of number of fouls per game. That didn't quite show up tonight, but those are things that you try to work on in practice, but ultimately you've really got to be prepared mentally and physically in the game.
Coach Johnny Gaunt, broadcaster. Talk about holding a team that averages over 90 points a game, almost 30 points below their season average.
Yeah.
Without Sam Johnson in the lineup, Curtis Blair stepping up, Jonathan Whiteside stepping up.
Yeah.
Talk about your defensive effort and causing havoc.
Yeah, no, I thought the guys did a really good job. You mentioned Sam Johnson being out. Obviously, Sam's pivotal in what we do, both defensively and offensively and on the glass. So for guys to step up in different ways, to play the roles that they did, ultimately to break their rhythm, I thought we did a really good job of kind of controlling the pace of the game. I thought the zone slowed them down a good amount. They want to play 100 miles an hour the entire game. And I thought we did a good job of kind of breaking that rhythm and making them think a little bit more. Ultimately, we had to do a better job on the glass. We gave up 13 offensive rebounds, and then us going 9 of 18 from the free throw line. That's the difference in the game. We take away an offensive rebound here or there. We make a free throw here or there. And that's the difference obviously in a 1-point game.
Coach Aaron Lynn, broadcaster, you guys played in less than 48 hours. What's the challenge in that, especially coming off of such a physical game like this one?
Yeah, there's a physical portion of that is tough to have that quick turn. There's also the mental, like we were just talking about in the locker room. This one hurts, and so you can't let the devastation of this one impact the way that we prepare tomorrow in practice. So we'll have a quick turn. We'll have, we'll have film and preparation, and then we'll also have practice tomorrow afternoon, and then we play Saturday afternoon. So it is a quick turn. Thankfully, you're somewhat used to it by this point in time in the season. However, the physical toll on the bodies, like you don't respond quite as quickly as you might have earlier in the season as well. But it's an important one, and our guys. Again, I'm proud of how our guys approached this one and how they fought to the very end on this one. We needed one or two things to go our way, and this obviously would have been a different press conference.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Yep, thank you.